What the heck is going on? Can you handle it? Here we are, 4 p.m. Crucial Con, day 1. We're about to bring on the one and only, the Artassassin. The Artassassin, David Harrigan, where he will do before your very eyes an all-new Lady Death cover. We like to call it the Instant Edition. Let's recap our day so far. We kicked it off by opening up the vault. Earlier today, we unleashed these wonderful exclusive editions that we have for you, including the Ryan Kincaid, Nice and Naughty, super cool Death-O-Rama, and now we're actually enacting the instant editions. Monty Moore did his instant edition. It is now being colored by Anthony Delaney. It looks dope. Get in on it. Then we just completed the Hellwitch sacrilegious preview. And now here we are, one and only. I get ready to introduce an old pal of mine. Without further ado, let's bring on the one and only David Harrigan, a.k.a. the Artassassin. Whoa, there he is.
Pop.
Reginald Denny, a.k.a. Elton Harrigan. How you feeling, Elton?
Good, man. How you guys doing?
Dude, we're doing good out here in the one and only Phoenix, Arizona. Late September. It's still hotter than a witch's. You know what? How are you doing over there in New Mexico?
Oh, just about the same. Probably a few degrees less, but we're still pretty toasty.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite states. Well, David, let me set the scene. And I don't want to hold you up because your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to do a brand new Lady Death cover right here, right now, penciling it within 1 hour. Are you up for this challenge?
Oh, I hope so.
Okay, well, I guess so.
Let's
folks,
do this.
Right there.
Yes, let's do this.
Okay. Well, you heard it in his voice. You have everything from definitiveness to uncertainty, and the next out is actually to make it unfold. So, without further ado, David, before you get going, is there anything you want to say to the people?
Oh, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here for Crucial Con. Thanks for your continued support to Coffin Comics throughout the years. And let's have fun with this.
Oh, let's do it one more bump. Boom. All right, so gentlemen, start your engines. David Harrigan will get you drawing. We'll continue the hype. So David is providing us 2 cameras. He and I got together and decided to do the devil goatee together. What if we get like
devil's goatee?
Can we get our goatees to touch? I don't know.
That's just weird.
Okay, that's weird.
Of all the things we do, that's the weird thing? Okay.
That's the weird thing. So I'm sure both of us could do several things at the same time. So David, while you start your image, why don't we talk a little bit about how you and I first met? And if I recall correctly,
Oh, wow.
I believe it was 2012, January 2012? That was the first ever Albuquerque Comic Con? Or is it 2010?
I think it was 2010, actually.
Holy mackerel, it might have been 2010.
Yeah. That was a...
Don't stop drawing, David Harrigan.
Yeah, sorry. Don't make me think when I'm...
Pro tip, dude. I've been through these before. You got it out.
Don't make me do math. Yeah, no, it was definitely a while ago. I mean...
it was a decade ago. The decade of darkness.
That's crazy. God, man.
It's crazy. If there's any questions, comments, concerns you guys want to throw out there, I think I see Brandy Sparkles over here manning the Brandy is manning the questions right now.
Yes, I am. Ask all the questions, everybody.
All the questions.
Yeah. I'm not trying to make this weird, but you smell good today, Brandy. This isn't to say that the other days you don't.
I'm pretty sure.
That's how you take it, right?
I showered today. Just today.
Showering is a good thing. We appreciate that. It's one of the things that we appreciate with Coffin people.
The showering. No, I have Victoria's Secrets on.
Now is that a scent?
The scent. Sorry,
Okay.
not the clothing.
TMI.
What is it?
Okay, we got Matthew Thompson on Facebook. When's the Sparkle Edition coming?
When is that Sparkle Edition? It's happening right now. There it is. It's
They actually, here we go.
What do we got? What do we got?
We got Henry Anderson asking, Randy, where's my coffee?
Where's your cup? I drank it all. I drank it all, Haley.
Oh, that's right. David Henry has the Sparkle Edition hat.
Yes, that's it.
We're all sparkly here. We all sparkle down here.
Mhm. With some shoes with sparkles on it.
Haley Anderson, we can't thank you enough for that fantastic piece of music that we used to kick off
Oh yeah,
Crucial
that's
Con.
amazing.
We now have it successfully posted on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. That's super cool. I don't know if you got to see that little version that we did where we kind of did a little editing on it. But here we are, Instant Edition, Crucial Con. David Harrigan, a.k.a. the Artassassin, is now making a brand new Lady Death cover before your very eyes. And the next hour, he will complete it. And then he will spend time thereafter coloring it. Once it's colored, it actually goes to graphic designer Mike Flippin, who will then turn it into a graphic design cover with trade dress. And then we'll actually go sometime into the evening to our printer in Tempe, Arizona. And then if the comic gods shine upon us, we will have samples to show you guys the finished book on Saturday, but we will get up the image as soon as it is complete by David, as soon as we can.
We got a statement here.
We have a statement.
John's already pre-ordered Harrigan's edition already.
Woo!
John, thank you so much. Sight unseen. John pre-ordered the new Harrigan Instant Edition, just having faith that the Artassassin will deliver. Artassassin has done over 100 Lady Death covers.
Yeah, and there's that's the 100th one. I got it right there.
That's awesome. And the Artassassin was also the subject of Lady Death Masters David Harrigan edition. Over
that was
close
awesome.
to 3,000 backers will receive that free who backed the Lady Death Treacherous Infamy Kickstarter campaign. That's crazy. What are we doing giving that kind of stuff away?
You should talk with who decides
I gotta talk-
that stuff.
I got to talk to the boss. What's he thinking? That
He's
got,
talking to himself.
Problem.
that got crazy.
He's so crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy even.
It's a question from Jason on Facebook. Any chance Coffin will make some Harrigan Remark edition covers?
I like that idea. I think one day we should have one of those. If we get like a couple of hell yeahs, we should seriously consider a David Harrigan artist celebration, perhaps into early 2021. David Harrigan likes that. Some official Remark editions would be kind of cool too. Picking out some of David's finest cool pieces. Would also like to point out with the Lady Death Masters David Harrigan edition that David Harrigan actually curated the great majority of the work chosen. That I came in and helped a little bit, and we agreed upon the work. We do hope you enjoy it.
Beautiful.
Hard to
that
pick
was kinda-
20.
And that was cool because we almost had the except for a few choices here and there, it was almost unanimous.
That's true. Yeah, it was pretty easy to go through.
Oh, check it out. We got a hell yeah from Matt. We got a hell yeah from Drake. We got a hell yeah from Bob. We got a hell yeah from Sam. We got a hell yeah.
Oh,
from
dang! It's a hell yeah
We got a
explosion.
hell fucking yeah from Miguel.
Hell effing yeah.
Woo.
Miguel
what I wanna
Apataca
hear.
representing New Mexico, one of my favorite states of this great country.
Now, is this true? Is it your birthday? We got a happy birthday.
Whose birthday is it?
David Harrigan.
It is my birthday, yes.
It's your birthday. Oh,
Dang, son, had we known.
Happy
We've been known to
birthday.
get ridiculous about people's birthdays over here.
no. Of course, Bob Carson knows. Ambassador knows.
Ambassador knows, big up and happy birthday to the one and only David Harrigan, who's spending some time with Coffin Comics and the crew.
More
Hey,
nation.
I'm spending time with my favorite people, you know.
Right on. So, David, how you feeling and how's it coming along? Walk us through how you're feeling about this.
Going good. I've got enough energy drink in me that I am rolling and
rolling.
yeah, rolling through it, and then I just gotta, of course, with the energy drink, my hands like. I'll have to go back through and clean my lines work a little bit here, but yeah, it's gonna be fun. And then And then I'm going to be doing the coloring on my thing afterwards on my page.
You're going to do your live stream
Yeah.
on the coloring. That'll be great. People get to see that. So everybody be sure to jump over to David's. Where are you going to be doing that? On your Facebook page? Where are you doing that exactly, David?
Yeah, Facebook page, the David Harrigan.
/ David Harrigan is going to be doing the coloring live. What did Jason White just say again?
So why? Happy birthday to David
Happy
Harrigan.
birthday, you psychopath.
Thanks. You're so nice.
Yeah. Sam Flores is going to.
People will be saying,
that.
they're
Happy
saying
birthday.
either hell yeah or happy birthday, the one and only David Harrigan. Another David Harrigan, just a lot of memories. Is David Harrigan and I have had a lot of good meals together.
No.
It's true, right? You go to
Yeah,
cons
it
and
is
afterwards you go have a nice meal. And one of my favorite reasons of going to Albuquerque Comic Con through the years is all the great food I think that there is in Albuquerque. Going just like the standard diner.
Oh, yeah. That place is great. And what's funny is I actually, there was one time without you guys, I went to that Sushi King.
I love that place. Sushi.
Yeah, downtown there. And the owner is a huge fan of yours. He saw my shirt and he was saying, "Oh, hey, Lady Death, awesome," and stuff. And I was like, "Hey, I'm one of the artists." And he was like, "Okay, well, your meal's on the house then."
Wow.
I was like,
It's funny because he doesn't know. I've had meals at Sushi King like 10 years for 10 every year.
I know. Okay.
How you feeling? You think you're getting a little chunk there? So we seem to have the form of the character. Very nice.
Question from Carmen.
Yeah.
Holy hell! How do you choose which covers to do? So how do you know how to do this?
So it's sometimes it's difficult, I will admit, because with a character like her that has been drawn, millions and millions and millions of times in every possible incarnation, it is really difficult to sometimes find something new and different. But in this one, I decided to pay a little homage to an older piece that Hughes did that really always stuck in my mind. And so I'm basically using the same outfit from one of the, I think it was the lingerie edition in '95, I think.
Yes, page 32.
Yeah, I liked the I always, and you guys all know, there's, when you think about it, back from the '90s, there's always a few images that always like just stick in your head, and this was always one that always stuck with me. So I decided I'm gonna put her in that fantastic skull bra or skeleton hand bra.
Skull bra.
Yeah, exactly. Skull bra, bra. And we're just gonna do that. I think that'll be nice and fun.
That sounds great, David Harrigan.
The Artassassin, the madman, the one and only, over 100 covers done. Yeah.
You got Economics and Comics. The VP
Econ.
Dracula.
Okay, where hair? More hair. Need more hair.
More hype button. That's right. More hype. More hype. More hype.
Eric wants to know, is this original art already spoken for?
Oh.
Yes, it is. I will say that it got snagged up really fast once.
People are so quick on the dial with that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay.
You were regenerating in the coffin, Haley said.
Yes.
Dave, if you don't know, we don't know.
What kind of time we got?
How much what?
We got 45 minutes.
Okay, we got
45 minutes.
45 minutes, bro.
All right. Let's clean this thing up and get these lines a little bit nicer. Little belly button action there. Just a happy little belly button here. And happy
Yeah, Brian Miller likes it so far.
Brian,
Very nice. Wow, Brian Miller, who will also be on Crucial Con on his own panel at 5 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, tuning in, liking what he sees so far. Definitely be here at 5 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, where Brian Miller will be the subject of a spotlight, not only on his work here at Coffin Comics, but on his career. There's a lot of interesting, cool stuff to impart upon you.
I ordered that Brian Miller's cover. I loved that one. That was cool.
Death-O-Rama. So the Brian Miller cover, Death-O-Rama, made up of just a couple of really nice colors, our favorite colors, frankly, black, white, red. Death-O-Rama available right now.
Also, since David placed that order, he also has a chance to receive some free goodies in the Coffin Cauldron that's coming up.
That's true. So today at 5:45, at the end of day one of Crucial Con, we'll be busting out the Coffin Cauldron. And what we do with the Coffin Cauldron is we put on a ticket the numbers of all the people who've ordered today, and we're going to pick several lucky winners for a bunch of cool goodies. So it really pays to be a Coffin Comics customer. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, I got a question for the LCS editions.
Yeah.
Do all proceeds go to the local comic shops?
Yeah, they do. So here, let me show you. So the LCS edition will be a metal edition. It's going to be limited to the numbers ordered by October 16th. Coffin Comics is throwing in their efforts. Fairy Metal Photography, who did the metal cover, is throwing in their efforts. And all proceeds of these $100 books will go to comic shops. And what we're going to do is, since we are working in tandem with Give Comics Hope, we'll actually be sending the funds. We'll tell everybody what was raised and all that stuff. And we're going to be sending it directly to BINK, which is a charitable organization that disperses funds to the book and comic book shop industry. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Thank you for asking.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That cover is by the one and only David Harrigan, the Artassassin.
Oh yeah.
Local comic shops.
And you'll notice with the LCS edition, one other note is that the background actually says LCS, which, sorry for the code, but it stands for Local Comic Shop. Local Comic Shop. If you're anything like me, comic book shops have been an oasis for my imagination since the early 80s. That's when shops popped up. But I was getting comic books at spinner racks at 7-Eleven and pharmacies throughout Long Branch, New Jersey as early as 1974.
David, we have a request. Can you hold up that artwork a little bit closer to the camera? We got the owner wants to see that what you're drawing right there.
That got distorted there.
Yeah. Digging in. All right, get back to work.
Get back to work. You got a lot less than an hour.
Looks amazing, David.
Oh, thank you. Hey, also, it was a great honor that you guys used that cover for a charitable cause. That's awesome. I appreciate that.
Thank you for taking it that way.
And we should remind viewers we're also simulcasting over YouTube and Facebook, Brian Pulido's personal Facebook page, and Lady F Universe Facebook page as well. So we got many viewers over several different platforms.
This is a simulcast, everybody. We're on 709. We're on 666 different platforms. Completely not true, but sounds about right. So coming up at the 5 p.m. hour is Spotlight on Brian Miller. But at the top of the hour, there'll be a special announcement that I think you want to be tuned in for. A really cool opportunity for a great culture of people. And then at 5:45 Pacific Daylight Time, we're going to bust out the Coffin Cauldron. And for everyone who placed an order today, we're going to throw their number in the cauldron. And we're going to pick some winners to receive a lot of cool stuff because we like to do that. Right, Sparkles?
Yes.
There you go.
Do it.
Speaking of Brandon, we got a question. Do you have your Nikes on? Ken Barnes wants to know on YouTube.
Yes. Okay, hold on. Can you see him?
Yeah.
Yay!
Almost.
Okay.
Hold on, move it. Got it.
And now I'm out of work because I pulled my hamstrings. I'm just kidding. Always Nikes. Not always. Sometimes there's Chucks. And
Yeah, but those
Vans.
are owned by Nike.
Semantics. It's true. Always Nikes. Some I do have Vans.
Okay, maybe some Vans too. Yeah, you got
Maybe
those great
some Vans
ones.
too. Mm-hmm.
The Artassassin, drawing it up, paying homage to the Stephen Hughes lingerie image from August 1995. 25 years ago, this image.
Wow.
Remarkable. Definitely be here for Crucial Con tomorrow, kicking off at 1 p.m., where we open up the vault again with a brand new session. No books repeated for 1 hour tomorrow. We also kick off with the reveal of the Coffin Comics 2021 publishing program. Coffin don't play. You're going to see. Some fun stuff. Then at 2 p.m., if my memory serves, Rosanna Cosplayer will be showing you guys how she recently became Lady Death. And then at 3 p.m.
Here we go.
Oh, okay, here we go. So 1 p.m., the Coffin Comics publishing plan. 2 p.m., executive replicas. So these are the folks who are currently making our Lady Death action figure and who have in the past made the Lady Death 12-inch and La Muerta 12-inch soft skin action figure. They are going to be doing a Q&A with Jimmy Coffin, and there may be some reveals there. Then at 3 p.m., be here for a discussion with Quarantine Studios, the people who are making the current Lady Death Seductress. I think I can show you that. I think I can. Don't move the camera. Thank you. Oh, it's so pretty. It's cool. It's cool. I got it. 100% under control.
Yeah, you do.
Quarantine Studios made Lady Death Seductress. See if I can position it right in there. This is based on illustration by Eric Basaluda. They'll give you guys some updates, but who knows? They also may have their own announcement. I don't know. I mean, it is called Crucial Con, and the premise is we're doing a lot of announcements. So then,
Oh, you big tease, you're just a big tease.
that's what it's all about. And then at 4 p.m., spotlight on Rosanna Cosplayer, a noted cosplayer out of Tucson, Arizona. And she has already posted some pictures, a recent photo shoot of Lady Death. She's going to present the material to you. Then, spotlight on Ryan Kincaid. Ryan, who is a great guy, has done super cool exclusives for Crucial Con. They're offered right now on coffincomicsshop.com. And we're going to spotlight on Ryan and his career. First time he's been gracious enough to, he has been gracious enough to give us his time. And then we are going to kick off tomorrow with the Coffin Cauldron. Let's check in with the one and only David Harrigan and see how it's going.
All right, I have moved down to the breast area. The breast area.
Hey, we got a question from Eric. He wants to know, will the Instant Edition have background as well?
It's all up to Dave. Well, Eric, let me tell you this. These guys are going to do the best they can in 1 hour. And, of course, there's going to be a background. I don't know if it's going to be skyscrapers and 100 bunnies and tribbles, but it's going to be a very evocative, strong image. Fair to say?
Oh, yeah. I like the tribbles idea, though.
Tribbles.
Can we do like a Trekkie Lady Death? That'd be cool.
No. Dave, it took you like 5 years just to get a green light on Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
The one we'll never do, too, is like the sports. People say sports. I'm like, yeah, no. I got nothing against sports. I just don't see it. What's pretty funny is on Lady Death Treacherous Infamy, we did Lady Death doing a selfie cover. This was a premise by Anthony Spey. And I have a picture of it. So this cover, I thought it took me a while to figure out, like, how am I going to publish this piece? Because here's Lady Death doing a selfie. But in my mind, what I'm wrestling with is just Lady Death doesn't even know what a camera is. But we did it for fun.
But it's cute.
Yeah, it's great. But yeah, Lady Death, you know, in reality, in imagination reality, Lady Death doesn't know what a camera is.
And she's probably much,
Pardon me?
she's probably much happier. She doesn't know what cameras and
Right, just
cell
sort of.
phones and social media and
Yeah, she doesn't. She doesn't know.
He's going to say that statue you showed looks ridiculous. Loves it. Also, Mark mentioned that he pre-ordered that Seductress statue.
Mark, I think you made a good move pre-ordering the Seductress statue. The company Quarantine has done some superb work in the past. I personally have an amazing Bride of Frankenstein statue that they've done. And I'm here just looking at the Lady Death again, and it's really what they've done here is remarkable. I'll give you another look. Speaking of statues, be here Saturday at Crucial Con, where Coffin Comics will have further statue announcements, one that Coffin Comics will actually be producing. Lady Death. Now, this Lady Death is mighty, standing over 15 inches tall with her base, based on the artwork of Eric Basaluda. And the pre-order on this one has ended.
Colin ordered 2.
Damn.
Good idea, man. Yeah, this has a healthy print run, and that one is pretty. You can look at it up close again. There you go, Lady Death. Now, it's moments like these where I reflect and say, here we are. I'm 29 years into my career. Next year, I enter my 30th. I'll be 30 years in comics in December of 2021. And I'm very grateful. And this character, Lady Death, has been a phenomenal relationship. I definitely get to live vicariously through her. If I were to say that Lady Death is... With Lady Death, I think ultimately it's a story of persistence. And as I myself have had my own ups and downs that kind of come along with life, I've seen the character do the same. Any of you have read the book, first book we did called Lady Death, Chaos Rules. She literally wakes up after a 20-year slumber. And I think that's exactly how I was feeling for a period of time. But now very much awake and having fun. And again, living vicariously through this character who takes no prisoners, does what she wants, does things on her own terms, is brazen about who she is. She's such a fun character. And the other characters that we've introduced too, the characters like Hellwitch or La Muerta, and upcoming characters. The recently introduced Devil Lock, who you've only just got a little taste of so far. He really proves himself, I think, in Lady Death Treacherous Infamy, which will be shipping to you in November. But I digress. Dave, let's check in with you. How you doing? That's a lot of words on that one comment. What was that?
Good. I missed it. All right, we're doing chains now. Chains.
So someone was asking, has David done a Hellwitch or La Muerta cover before?
I'll let Dave answer.
Yes, I have. I have done both. Hellwitch is actually one of my second favorites to draw besides Miss Lady Death here. So yeah, I've done, I think, a couple for each.
Yeah. In fact, you have a new Hellwitch coming up in the next Kickstarter,
which I'm super excited about because occasionally there's a piece that you'll do, or at least artists will do, that when you lean back in your chair and you're just like, yes, that was it for me. So I was really happy with the way the Hellwitch came out.
Yeah, the Hellwitch set is cool. It's a naughty set and a risque set. And we'll reveal that on October 7th when we do the full Hellwitch preview. Yeah, that's a good.
But she's just such. There's just something about her as a character that is. She's just fun to draw. I mean, maybe it's.
I think Devil Ladies are the best. I mean, I've done Devil Ladies in the 90s. I'm associated with one, and there's been a long history of wonderful Devil Ladies, like the ones that the lowbrow artist Coop draws, or Demi. I think Demi, the Demi-Goddess. And there's a multitude of Devil Ladies, and I am a gigantic Devil Lady fan.
Oh, me too. I mean, yeah. If anybody who's watched like some of my live stream stuff or my which way am I going? There we go. Or the picked up my Breastiary book or anything like that. You see, I got a lot of Devil Girls in there. I love the Devil Girls.
What's not to love?
All right, where's my other?
So, Jimmy Coffin, what kind of time are we looking at?
It's 4:31 right now.
Oh, it's 4:31. Yep. David Harrigan has 29 minutes to finish this image. Dave, would you take a break and just give it a little closer view for the audience? Oh, boy. Folks, what do you think of how this image is coming along?
Kenneth says, amazing work so far.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Got Sarah's loving the skeleton hands. Love it.
Yeah. Skeletons.
Hey, when you're nothing but bones, you're always, well, can I say horny? No.
Brian wants to know, is your last name pronounced Harrigan or Harrigan? He loves how you draw those lovely locks.
Oh, hair. I always look to, the masters when it comes to hair, like, Jen Brumal and the originals and stuff. But, yeah, when you got, hair that, tease it to Jesus, you got that hair going all over the place. You gotta roll with it, and just have fun.
David Hair, H-A-R dash hair.
Yeah, people, they're loving this. Besides, you're also getting all the birthday wishes, and you're getting a lot of praise on this beautiful artwork here. I think people are very happy.
I think it's pretty amazing and cool that we have this technology and printing partners and wonderfully talented people from around the country, particularly the Southwest in this case, that allow us to put something fun like this together and exciting. And it's sort of dangerous because who knows, can the artist do it in the hour? I don't know. When we have done this, and look, Crucial Con originally was actually going to be Phoenix Fan Fusion. So some of the things that we would have done there, we're doing here. And what might have been different in person is that David would be rendering the art, it would be colored, graphic design, printed, and it would get back physically into people's hands by Sunday at noon at the con. Totally cool that we could do that. But what we're going to do here at Crucial, since we're doing it Thursday, our intention is to show you guys finished samples of the goods by Saturday. And that way, and soon as Anthony Delaney colors Monty Moore's piece, and soon as David is complete with his piece, and we get the graphic design complete, we're actually going to update the image on our site and our social, so you really get to luxuriate in the image and decide if you want to possess that image, to possess that edition. Because these editions are limited to copies ordered by Monday at 5 p.m. Wanted to give people a chance. We know people are busy, they're doing things. We want to give people a chance. So the cutoff, though, is Monday at 5 for all time. Yup.
You're welcome.
I want one of those just for my house so I can wake up the kids in the morning.
Yeah, I think everyone needs a hype button. When you see me recede into the coffin, I'm regenerating. I'm stealing the life force.
Mine?
Yes.
Okay.
Mine. Well, Brandy, you got a lot of life force to spare.
Well.
If people are underutilizing their life force, I'll take it. Staff laughs.
Are you gonna turn into one of those space vampires too, and like wander
I
around naked?
am a space vampire, Dave. That's the rumor.
Plan 10 right here.
Plan 10 from outer space.
Yeah.
Plan 9.5 3/4.
True story. Just rewatched Plan 9 last week.
Nice.
Here we go. We got a question here. Does David have any pro training, or is it all a gift from birth?
The pro trainer is this guy right here.
Oh.
Well, I went to art school, but the art program was not the best, so I ended up getting a degree in photography. But I always, loved comic books ever since I was, a wee little tot.
A wee lad.
A wee lad. And I knew that, probably since I was like 7 or 8, that I always wanted to work in comics. So I pretty much just drew every, spare minute I had. And so, I think it's more just a lot of work than,
Yeah, it's crap.
talent. Yeah.
Yeah, you take whatever, I believe that people take whatever talent they have, but through hard work, perseverance, and practice, you just become good. And
There
some
was
people
this-
become great.
There was this book that came out, years and years ago. It was How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way.
I love that book.
And that was what I cut my teeth on. I just poured myself into that book, and
Great book.
actually I still have some of my sketchbooks from when I was a kid that I held on to, that I used, that I drew in, while reading that book. And so I have some Mr. Fantastics and some Thing, that kind of stuff in there. But that's really probably the first true comic book kind of, training I ever did.
Well, true story. I actually have How to Draw Marvel Comics within 3 feet of where I sit in my desk. I reread it about once a year. I believe in this premise called sharpen the saw. So taking all your skills and see what you can do to sharpen them up a little. And I find that book, I find something new about the book every time I read it.
Oh, it's a fantastic book. I really
So
wish
my
I had kept it.
Oh, just grab the latest copy or some on eBay or Amazon. And then my challenge to you is go reread it again and then see what you learn from it. Because there's something to learn all the time. Yeah, I really,
That's the
really
thing,
love that book.
as an artist, it's always you have to be always looking and learning, and never sit. Never be quiet. Never say that you've learned enough, because there's always more to learn.
Yeah, agreed.
Brian's regenerating.
I'm regenerating.
And we got a question for you, Brian. Will Dave or Monty be signing these with COAs for these?
I am sorry to say that we're not offering Dave or Monty's signatures on these simply due to the practicality of the matter. What we can do is deliver the books to you without SIGs, and maybe a time in the future, if we had a off-site signing event or at a con, the guys could catch up with you.
Here's a question for you, David.
Yo.
Let's go. I'm losing it all. So here's from Will. What's the hardest body part to draw?
God, probably feet can be tricky. Feet, hands, noses, those are always kind of rough. What else is difficult? Yeah, those are probably the most challenging, is to do those ones.
Just know that Troy saying he's loving design and the look. He says it is hot.
Well, thank you, Troy.
Troy Hudson in the house. Coffin ambassador. What up, yo? Chew.
Troy is great. Really, all the Coffin fiends are awesome. The best fans in the world.
True story.
No doubt. Troy is also a total sociopath if you party with him. We got some stories. Just ask him the clown story.
The infamous clown
The
story.
infamous clown story.
I like that.
We got a question for Brian from Kunal.
Hey, Kunal.
So when working with an artist to finalize a cover, what is the most common error or mistake you encounter? Is there something about later which artists miss or don't get right the first time?
Well, Kunal, when you bring that up to me, the first thing that comes up for me frequently happens in coloring. I believe that Lady Death is white, and we use the color gray to model her skin. I also think there's like a little insider tip about Lady Death where she doesn't actually reflect light a lot. Instead, she absorbs it. So original tendencies with colorists, I believe, is they make her try to go a little blue. Or sometimes she's blue as a start, which is she's not blue. And frequently people just try to give too much reflective light, which then obviously since her skin tone is white, then influences the entire body. But again, I think the pro tip is being that she absorbs light, it's a sort of a tip or trick where you could then always have her bright white and standing out against the background. I think, so let's see. I think sometimes I'm working with a new artist, the thing that I notice is people are willing to make her as magnificent as she is. And that's like with the alive hair and the alive cape. I find that artists I give the first shot to, she tends to have gravity overtake her. And I really like the idea that it's almost as she's swimming in energy. She's ethereal and she's perfect. So that's usually what I find, that it's very grounded in gravity and reality. You know, whereas it could just be explosively energetic and the hair can be alive as if being whipped by wind. And there's a lot of atmospheria. Artists like, a guy that comes to mind is Paolo Pantalena could bring a lot of atmospheria to an image. It's just something he does automatically. So that's some of my thoughts on the topic.
David, question. What's the last concert you've seen? People want to know.
The last one was probably Iron Maiden and Ghost. No, it was Ghost. It was when Ghost came through. That was the last one I got to see. We actually had, before COVID happened, plans. Me and my son were going to go see a bunch of concerts this year. We were going to do Megadeth with Lamb of God. We actually paid for the meet and greet. We were going to do that. We were going to do Judas Priest,
I think it's for that.
Foo Fighters,
Dad Rock.
Exactly. And I think there was one more in there. Ozzy Osbourne. Of course, he canceled because he was sick. But yeah, then everything just blew up, and so the last official concert I went to was Ghost, which was fantastic.
The last one Jimmy Coffin and I saw together was King Diamond.
Oh, nice.
And one of my many New Year's resolutions was to go see a lot more concerts. So
Yeah.
I literally had
Good job.
like 15 concerts cancel. I was seeing Brit Floyd, Australian Pink Floyd, Megadeth, like you, Ministry. We were going to go to Los Angeles and go to this festival called Cruel World. I mean, the list went on. Judas Priest we had tickets for. Just the list went on and on and on and on. But one day, we'll be in bubble suits. We'll be in like hazmat suits.
Well, it'd be perfect though for mosh pits if you get like this big bubble, running.
Yeah.
Balls, and everybody just run into each other in the mosh pit.
There you go.
Yeah, no one's going to be sweating on you. That'd be great.
That's true.
I think we might even we have to cancel Volby. I mean, the list went on. I think Latane was coming around again or something like that.
Yeah, and we were going to do a bunch of traveling this year too, and I basically blamed myself. I was going to be like, this was my fault for actually trying to do something this year.
So you've heard it here. Another Crucial Con announcement. David Harrigan is responsible for what is going on right now.
Good job. Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks.
My bad.
You're welcome. Good job, Dave.
Please send all hate mail courtesy of Coffin Comics.
Carol Brady Reese.
She will personally lick every envelope.
It's a true story.
Here we go. Less than 14 minutes left. We're actually going to have to do a hard out of 4 minutes to prep for our next one. Let's take a look at how things are going with David. Whoa. Okay.
Beautiful.
Wow. Can we get a real close up of her face, please? Wow. Look at David Harrigan go.
That's amazing.
I think it's funny because I think the instant edition reveals that with a little planning, most artists could bust out a cover in an hour. That's what it reveals.
What are you trying to say, man?
I remember years ago, it was kind of a funny joke between Stephen Hughes and I, because Stephen would always, quote unquote, sell how long it took to do a page. And I would always know the difference. I mean, I witnessed Stephen do the cover to Lady Death 1. And from the layout that we agreed upon and worked out to the finished piece was 6 hours total. And, half the time he was like smoking and drinking coffee. So I think, when you're in the pocket and you know the direction, it's really fast. And this isn't to say that, David, there's a lot of pre-planning, obviously, to the piece. But yeah.
Yeah, and my problem is that I get kind of, perfection-y a little bit when I'm drawing, especially like on a coloring.
Yep.
And but there is something to be said about just living in the moment and just letting it fly, and just seeing, if I have like a week, or so working on it, I'm gonna be fiddling with it all week. But if you know that you're gonna be, it's time to turn and burn. You just gotta let mistakes be there, let them be happy little mistakes, and let it live. Add to the texture of the piece.
Yeah.
Brian Miller approves.
Brian Miller on deck. Brian Miller again saying it's looking good. And just 10 minutes from now, Brian Miller will be at Crucial Con discussing his contribution, the Death-O-Rama. The Death-O-Rama cover. And his cool career and the educational services that he and Hi-Fi Design offer, which are nothing short of a service to the industry. Well, here we are. We're going to wrap this up in about 40 seconds. We're going to entrust that David Harrigan. Well, David, I think that piece looks pretty complete. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I'm going to let it sit so I don't mess it up. Although I did see something. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to let it be.
Well, that's amazing. Less than 1 hour, David Harrigan completes a brand new Lady Death cover. Stay tuned and watch David live stream his Facebook page, /David Harrigan. And you will see the finished product. As soon as we get the trade dress on it, we are going to pop it up on our store so you can see. And then, like lunatics, we're going to get this thing printed and show you samples by Saturday.
Woo-woo.
So is there anything else that you'd like to say in conclusion, David Harrigan?
Oh, thank you guys for having me. Thanks for letting me do something fun like this. This is a blast. It's great to see you guys, even though it's, little tiny faces on the internets. But it's fantastic to see you guys again.
It's great seeing you, David Harrigan. You are a rock star, you Artassassin, you. So without further ado, I want to let you boys and girls know we're going to sign off, but we're going to be back in less than 10 minutes where we're going to have a spotlight on the one and only Brian Miller. And at the top of the hour, expect a really cool announcement. You guys have been great. We've been Coffin Comics. This has been Crucial Con. Holler at you later.